Welcome back. In today's video, let's learn how to use our Visual Studio Code, especially the basic stuff, how to create a file, how to open an existing file, and things like that. So to begin with, let me create a new folder on my desktop. Let me name it experiment. So inside of this folder, let me create three folders: A, B, and C. Inside of A folder, I will create a file, a txt file. This one, text document. I'll name it, just say 1. Let's create another one, 2.txt. Folder B, let's leave it empty. Folder C, let's create another one, 3. Okay, so inside of 3, let's write something. I just opened it. It opened on the other screen. Let me I just moved it over. This is file number 3. That's it. Save it and close. Okay, now let's open our Visual Studio Code editor. The first time you open it, there might be a welcome screen here. We don't need it. We just close it out, and also this thing, close it. And also open our let's click on this, drag and drop into this editor. So you ask me, do you trust this order? Of course, we created this. Yes, click yes, trust. Close this welcome tab. Now you see there are ABC 3 folders here. This is corresponding to this structure. Let's open this and put them side by side. So here you can see this document, this directory tree. The name is experiment. That is this folder. That means we are inside of this folder. So inside this folder, we have 3 subfolders, A, B, and C. If you click open this, 1, 2, and 3. So in other words, this Windows Explorer and this editor directory tree, they are talking to each other. If we open 3, we can see that the contents in there. This is the file number 3. All right, so we can close this. Let's do this right now. If we add another file in folder A, just name it 4. Look at here. 4 is already here. So it means whatever change we made in this Windows Explorer is reflected in real time inside our editor directory tree. So how about making another file from this editor? Is that possible? Yes, it is. And actually, that's the way most of the time we create files in this way. Instead of going to your computer, a desktop, and open some folders and create files there, instead of that, we just go to our editor and create one. Say, for example, here in folder B, we had nothing, right? So we click on this, hover over here, it says new file, click. We say 5.txt. We don't have to put anything here. Look at this Windows Explorer. Boom, 5.txt is already here. In other words, this Windows Explorer and this Visual Studio Editor, they talk to each other, and whenever you create a file, either from this Windows Explorer or from this Visual Studio Code Editor, the other party knows about what just happened, and it's reflected in real time. This is txt file. Actually, our Visual Studio Code Editor knows a lot, recognize a lot of file types. TXT is only one of them. We know that this is an HTML course, and most of the web pages are written in HTML. So let's create HTML here. So let's create. Click on this new file tab, and I'll say page 1 .html. Go to our folder. Here is page 1.html. We created from inside the editor, but it's saved in the folder. Let's move it over. It is empty. This is correct because we didn't put anything in that file yet. That means we have set up our computer correctly. Let me copy and paste another page HTML file from somewhere else. Let me drag it over. It's called page under construction. Let's double click it. It says site under construction, new shop coming soon. Where does this come from? Whenever I copy a file into this folder, we can see that in the editor also. You see here, page under construction.html. If you click open this, just click on this, you'll see the contents are actually here. So all of this, if you don't understand any of this, don't worry. In the next episode, we will talk about this. But the thing, the bottom line is, we understand that whatever is inside this HTML file is rendered into our web page. If we move this over into folder B, should still be working. And from our editor, you see it's already moved inside of folder B, right? So moving forward, whenever we create a new file, normally we do not go to this folder on our desktop or in your personal user folder to create any file. Instead, we just use our editor to create the file. Again, Visual Studio Code recognizes a lot of file types. Say for example CSS. If we name we create a new file and name it abc.css, you'll be working. And if we, what other languages? abc.js, which stands for JavaScript, which we'll learn later on. You see, it is saved here. And what else? abc.python.py. And what else? C++, abc.cpp. You see, this Visual Studio Code Editor recognizes most of the major computer languages, programming languages. All right. One more thing. some people had asked me before, like when I create those files inside of this editor, we can see the extension. By extension, I mean after this .cpp or .py, .js, .html. The extension determines what kind of file are you creating, or what kind of file it is. So the computer can in turn open the file with certain software. Say for example, if it is called .html, whatever .html, the computer will open it with a browser. But sometimes people cannot see this cannot see this extension name on their in their folder. That is because of a setting issue. If you go to View tab, we uncheck these file name extensions. You see all those extensions are gone, but we go to our editor is still there. So to keep things clear, I just suggest we just turn this on. We check this file name extensions. We show the extension name. Okay, so that's pretty much for today. And in the next video, let's talk about how to what is HTML file, and how do we write the basic elements in the HTML file. Thank you for watching. See you next time.